Maybe that new thing is going to help us.
I'll just move my hand and do the whole mic.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
No, ma'am, we're good.
All right, give me 1 second. Start this recording. I'll come back to do this stuff. It's so hot now. Oh, you're keeping it. Okay, that's Mike's speed.
Oh, it's Mike's speed.
Yeah, I don't have it. Okay, we're ready.
All right. Welcome, everyone, to the Borough of Hillsdale Joint Planning Zoning Board meeting on Tuesday, May 27th, 2025. We will begin with an open public meeting statement by our Deputy Secretary, Tanya Gennaro.
This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act. The notice of this meeting was published in 2 newspapers according to law, and time and place of this meeting have been posted in a prominent location in Borough Hall. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Tanya. A roll call, please.
Chairwoman Cates. Vice Chair Reardon.
Here.
Secretary Raymond. Mr. Alter.
Here.
Mr. Friedman.
Here.
Mr. Griep. Dr. Weinberg.
Here.
Mr. Hipp.
Here.
Council Liaison Trohimuk. Mayor Scheinfeld.
Here.
Also present is Board Attorney Mr. Liebman and Board Engineer Mr. Sitio.
All right, thank you. This is the point in the evening where we would like to open up the meeting to the public to comment or speak on any items or issues other than those listed on this evening's agenda, as well as any future matters that are scheduled to come in front of the board. If you please come up, please state your name and address for the record. Not seeing anyone, I will close it to the public. We'll start with our evening with our professional invoices. To start, we have Chris Tatiel's office. We have 8 invoices totaling $4,545. Give everyone a minute to quickly review those and give me any questions or comments. Not seeing anyone's hand, I'll take a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second.
Be the mayor and we have the doctor.
Everybody gets a title.
Vice Chair Reardon.
Yes.
Mr. Alter.
Yes.
Mr. Friedman.
Yes.
Dr. Weinberg.
Yes.
Mr. Hipp.
Yes.
Mayor Scheinfeld.
Yes.
Motion's passed.
All right, thank you. Next, we have CSG Law. We have 7 invoices totaling $2,853.10. Again, please take a moment to review and give me any questions. With that, I'll take a motion to approve.
Motion.
We have Mr. Alter,
Second.
and we have Dr. Weinberg for second.
Vice Chair Reardon.
Yes.
Mr. Alter.
Yes.
Mr. Friedman.
Yes.
Dr. Weinberg.
Yes.
Mr. Hipp.
Yes.
Mayor Scheinfeld.
Yes.
Motion's passed.
Thank you. Moving on, we have the meeting minutes from the meeting of April 22nd, 2025. If everyone had a second to review those minutes, and if we have any questions or comments regarding those minutes. Not seeing anybody, I'll take a motion to approve.
Motion.
We have Dan. Second.
Second.
Dr. Weinberg.
Okay, Vice Chair Reardon.
Yes.
Mr. Alter.
Yes.
Mr. Friedman.
Yes.
Dr. Weinberg.
Yes.
Mr. Hipp.
Yes.
And Mayor Scheinfeld.
Yes.
Motion's passed.
Thank you. Next on the list, we have the resolution 2025-09 PZ-1-25 is Block 1801, Lot 24, also known as 96 Washington Ave. It was a minor subdivision for Stephen Petroselli. I think we already made the correction of just the date of adoption. Other than that, have anyone have any questions or comments?
No.
I'll take a motion to approve.
Motion.
Mayor
Second.
and Mr. Ed Alter.
Okay, Vice Chair Reardon.
Yes.
Mr. Alter.
Yes.
Mr. Friedman.
Yes.
Dr. Weinberg.
Yes.
Mr. Hipp.
Yes.
Mayor Scheinfeld.
Yes.
Motion's passed.
All right, thank you very much. All right, with that, we'll start this evening's business. First up, we have PZ-4-25, Block 1007, Lot 3, also known as 1A Coles Crossing Road. John and Karen Small is an addition. Please step up. You have counsel. Will
Good
introduce
evening.
yourself.
Michael Prigoff, Lepson and Prigoff, representing the applicants, John and Karen Small.
How you doing, sir? Before you start, we just swear in our professional, just so we're set for the evening.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, so sworn for the record, that's Christopher Steele, board engineer. Mr. Prigoff, can you just spell your last name for me?
Sure. P as in Peter, R as in Robert, I as in India, G as in George, O double F as in Frank.
Floor is yours, sir.
Thank you. This is a hardship variance, a C1 variance, seeking a bulk variance of 6 feet from the rear yard setback requirement. It's an unusual situation in that the entire house is non-conforming. The entire house sits within the rear yard setback and is actually 3.4 feet from the rear yard. The proposal is to add a single-story addition to provide a covered porch, a small mudroom, a laundry room, and a two-car garage in front of the house. I'd first like to call Mr. Small as as my first witness.
Sure.
Mr. Small, please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Just state your name on the record, please.
John David Small.
Mr. Small, you own the house that's the subject of this application?
Yes,
And how long have you owned it?
about 30 years,
Are you aware of when the house was constructed?
about 200 years ago.
And are you aware of the history of this house?
Yeah, this house housed all the help. They used to take care of the horses in the Westwood Fire Department and Hillsdale Fire Department and police horses back in the day. And then there was supposedly a candy factory that was built, and the employees for the candy factory lived in that house.
The proposal is to add a two-car garage in the front. Where are your cars parked now?
They're parked on a carport that's actually on water company property, and we have the permission of the water company to use that, but I can't wash my car there because they don't want any chemicals. I have to bring my car up to my house, and I would prefer to have a car because I'm 70. I've had cancer 5 times, and I prefer to be able to pull into my garage and walk into the house. Also, with the washroom, I'd like to bring the washer and dryer upstairs, so when I'm older, I can do everything on one floor.
Currently, the washer and dryer are in the basement?
In the basement, yeah.
And is there a staircase to the
Yeah,
basement?
there used to be a trap door in the living room floor, which was the main area of the house, with a ladder going down. So I guess the Eislers who lived there before me, they had a little tiny staircase. It's about this wide going down. And I wanted to have it so I can have the washer and dryer on one floor.
Will any trees be removed as part of this proposal, this project?
I don't think so, but, if you guys want me to plant 1 million trees, we would love to really landscape everything with a lot of trees, because the house is virtually in the woods anyway, and we love trees. We'd have no problem if we have to take down a tree and you want us to put us 10, we'll do it.
Will this proposal create any additional traffic
No.
in the area? Will it create any increase in the noise created by the house?
No.
And will it result in any increase in pollution?
No.
That's all I have.
Any questions?
Are you planning to do any landscaping presently or no?
Well, we're going to wait to see if we can get the garage, and then we'll have an arbor guy come in, an arrow tree who works for the water company, Rich Henning. He's really good to us, and they know the whole property. So he said that he'll be glad to come in and, do whatever we need and give us whatever we need. But we would plant evergreens, whatever matches the area, because we like it. We're literally, there's no real landscaping near our house. It's woods surrounding like a lawn with growth and everything like that. And there's an old dog run, okay, that's near one side of the house, which is far to the left. And It's all woods. It's all overgrown. We're just letting it go wild. Just like the front of the house that's owned by the water company, the first, I think, 10 feet or so. I don't know the exact, but it's all water company. So we'd love to have it go back to totally natural.
Thank you.
All right, let me just go around the board before you go. If anyone has more questions for you before you step down. Mr. Hipp, any questions?
No questions.
All right. Dr. Weinberg?
As we understand, the house as is, didn't need any variances. It's accepted the way it is totally. And if not for the fact that the house is in the setback in the rear, you're not building back there, you're just adding in the
No,
front.
no.
So,
Literally, if you're standing at my house, I showed.
You showed us.
Yeah, you could have 1 foot on our property, and the house is right here, and this is water company property.
So the only variance is because your property is existing,
Right.
but everything that's being built, you wouldn't need to come to us for a
Right,
variance.
right.
Hold on, let me have our professional give statement for that basis for what required variances there are. So Chris, if you want to tell everyone quickly what is
Yes,
required here?
there are 3 pre-existing nonconformities in the property. Minimum lot depth, 97 feet versus 100. A rear yard setback, obviously the position house, 3.4 feet where 25 feet is required. And accessory structures, there are 4 accessory structures along the rear property line. I'm not sure what those little buildings are for. The proposed variance is for the addition, which would be 19 foot from the rear yard where 25 foot is required.
And those structures, they're like little sheds. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, they're little sheds.
About the water company property, you're going to have to get something that I could see, or paperwork saying that they're going to allow you to do what you're doing. The water company property is controlled by the state watershed. It's not really controlled by Viola as much as you think it is. So you're going to have to get something in writing from the water company allowing what you propose here.
We recognize that we're going to have to get approval from the watershed.
Okay, good, because you can't get a building permit till we have clearance, you jump over the
I assume
property.
that would be one of the conditions of the variance.
Correct.
And just so we're correct, Chris, this is more or less a landlocked lot with the
That's
water.
correct, the lot is landlocked, yes.
So the only way to access your lot is through watershed property. Just so
There's no
everyone knows.
landlocked- There's no landlocked
There is a
property.
right-of-way across his neighbor's property, the other house. but it
Lot
would-
2, I'm
Yeah,
looking at?
but
Yeah.
it would run right in front of the house, in front of his swimming pool. It's not really a convenient way to access the property, and that has been closed off on Coles Crossing. So there's no longer access that way. The only access is really on Reservoir Road.
Mr. Alter, any questions for the homeowner?
Yes. So as I understand it, you're not doing any construction on watershed property, it's all on his property?
The only construction would be the last few feet of the driveway to Reservoir Road.
Oh, so it
Mr.
will,
Bruno can testify to that.
and the only variance you're here for is the rear yard setback?
That's correct. It's the back of the proposed addition, where it attaches to the front of the house, is 19 feet from the rear yard.
Yeah, I was at the property, I saw it, and as far as I'm concerned, it's a no-brainer. That's it, I have no questions.
All right, thank you. Dan, any questions?
No, is Mr. Bruno coming up?
He'll be.
All my questions are done.
Mayor?
I just had a question. You're going to put down a garage, but that's not going to impact impervious coverage in any way?
We've asked for some type of stormwater management, yes,
Okay.
for the extra impervious coverage.
I'll open the meeting to the public if they have any questions of this homeowner. If not, we'll move on. If you step up, please state your name and address for the record. And again, these are just questions for the homeowner.
I know, my name's Rusty Miller, I'm 1B Coles Crossing.
I'm
And
sorry, can you repeat your name?
Miller, M-I-L-L-E-R, 1B, I'm the neighbor. And we have no problem with this taking place at all.
Okay, I have at the end of the meeting,
All
we'll
right,
call it
just
the public. Just,
whatever.
I appreciate it, it's fine. Your next witness, please.
Thank you. I call Joseph Bruno.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
So sworn, go right ahead, Counselor.
Mr. Bruno, you're a licensed architect and a member of the AIA.
Yes, I am.
Did you prepare the plans that are attached to the application in this matter?
I did.
Could you describe the proposed project and identify the plans that you prepared?
Sure. The drawing sheet number 1 of 2, which is dated March 3rd of 2025, which is what was submitted to the board, has got the schematic site plan that I prepared, except from the tax map showing the property in question as it relates to the surrounding properties, as well as the zoning data and floor area ratio calculations.
And could you describe the actual proposed construction?
Drawing sheet number 2, we've got the, on the left-hand corner of the sheet, we've got what I call the partial first floor plan. The diagonal hatched area indicates the proposed 2-car garage.
Sorry, Joe, you got to have the microphone by you. Sorry.
We've got the proposed 2-car garage, mudroom, and laundry in front of the house, because obviously we're too close to the rear lot line to build anything there. So the, as Mr. Prigoff has stated, this is a very unusual lot in which the rear yard setback line is actually forward of the front wall of the house. And then we're proposing a covered porch to the side of the, to the south side of the proposed mudroom and laundry with a pathway leading to the driveway in front of the house.
Mr. Bruno, the plan shows a window in the west elevation facing Reservoir Road, 3 windows at the top. Is that a second story or not?
No, it's an attic that will be used for storage, and we designed the dormer with the windows strictly for aesthetic effect.
Does the project advance the purposes of the municipal land use law?
Yes, I believe it does. We're adding a 2-car garage where none exists, so vehicles can be housed within the structure, as well as providing aesthetic improvement to the home via the garage itself, the mudroom, and the front porch.
Is there any significant interference with the borough's zoning ordinance created by this project?
None whatsoever.
Would granting this variance effectively rezone the property?
I don't believe it would.
Are there any negative impacts on the public good caused by this project?
No.
In the proposed comments by Mr. Statiel, you reviewed those?
Yes, I did.
And he mentions a requirement to provide the stormwater management of approximately 215 CF or 1,610 gallons.
Yes.
Is that going to be part of the proposed construction?
Right, yes. If the project were to be approved by the planning board and move forward, the owner would engage a New Jersey licensed engineer to design the site plan, which would include the stormwater management.
That's all I have for Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. We'll go to the board and see if we have any questions. Start with on the other end. Mayor, any questions for Mr. Bruno?
No questions.
Thank you. Mr. Friedman?
Yeah, so, looking at the zoning chart here on the first page, so I see there's the one, pre-existing nonconformity for the minimum lot depth. And then the rear yard setback, it shows a 3.4-foot existing setback. Now, the proposed would also be the 3.4, right? The setback is basically staying the same. That's a pre-existing nonconformity that is, the only reason you're here is because it's going, the existing building is non-conforming and it extends past that, into that zone, right?
Correct. What's causing the variance requirement is that we're connecting the proposed addition in front of the house to the front wall of the house, but the front wall of the house is closer to the rear lot line than is permitted by the ordinance.
Right. But, so it is a pre-existing nonconformity, right, the rear yard setback?
That is correct, and it's important to note that This house was built much long before, before zoning was established in the state.
No other questions.
All right, so just to give that one to everyone that doesn't understand, people like us, because you're attaching the garage to the house, therefore it's invoking the rear yard setback because of the attachment that goes through.
That is
right?
correct.
That's what you're asking, all right.
If the house didn't exist and we were putting the garage there, we'd be requesting a 6-foot variance.
I got it, and he couldn't do a detached because of an accessory structure in a front yard, basically, and that's not allowed either, so.
That is correct.
Yeah, see, we're all good. All right, Mr. Alter,
No questions.
Mr. Weinberg.
Mr. Steele, it goes along with everything? They're okay?
I've got a few questions.
All right,
Okay.
we'll get one second. Any questions, Doctor? No? Mr. Hip, sorry?
No further questions.
All right, Chris, please.
What did you say about the trees coming down? Do you know how many trees are coming down yet? Or you waiting
I
for
don't
that?
believe we have, there may be a couple of ornamental trees.
Oh, what?
I don't believe there are no shade trees.
Do you have the review letter from
Okay, we're gonna get a plot plan though, right?
Yes. Yeah, there's some ornamental trees.
You know, is the house on sanitary sewer system?
To my knowledge, it is.
Yes, does the applicant know? The owner know? The house?
What was the question, Chris?
Are you
Is the
sewer
house
or
on
well?
the town's sanitary sewer system?
Yes,
It is?
Yes.
There's no septic out it, okay.
yes. George Lucia, who used to be the building inspector, he did a dye test, okay, because no one had lived in the house for 10 years. And he dye tested and there was one in the basement that still went someplace else. So we had it changed to connect to the sewer.
Okay.
You know, that was, we had to get a CO to do that before we moved in.
Is the property on the public water supply system?
No,
You have a well?
yes.
That's ironic.
And no
Surrounded
gas
by
lines.
United Water.
The only thing that comes in is sewer, electric, and cable.
Saw the propane in the pictures.
Why you seem like you're stopping there, Chris?
You know, I don't know, it's just, wells in these types of areas, you always have to worry about wells, where the water's coming from. What's?
He's surrounded by watershed property. I would assume it's the
Depends how
watershed.
deep your well is. You know how deep your well is?
Yes, 250 feet.
50, is it cased?
Yeah, you mean, is it have a?
Steel casing?
Yes, and it's all copper. In other words, it's got a steel casing and it's all copper plumbing goes
Yeah, that's
straight
fine,
down.
okay. Casing is proper, that's fine.
Is there anything with the location of that, and if this addition's near where that well is?
No,
or
you just, here we don't have other septic systems, that's what I was asking, because you gotta be 100 feet from my septic systems. You
Okay.
don't have those here, so,
Just making sure there's nothing that would be detrimental to where they're placing the garage. That's all I'm asking.
yeah.
No, it's on the side of the house.
It's kind of ironic, they're surrounded by watershed and they're on a
Yeah,
well.
it is. I've never seen a propane tank in a photo in Hillsdale either, so that's a first.
What's that?
They've got propane, not gas.
Yeah,
That's
for
what
our
it is.
generator.
Yeah, the generator.
All right. Okay. Any other questions for Mr. Bruno for the board?
You're a professional planner as well?
I am not.
You're not a professional?
Because of some of the testimony of.
Yeah.
Anything need to be stricken?
No.
No? Okay, we'll move on. Okay, is there anyone else, sir?
No, that's all that we have.
Okay.
A couple things,
Oh,
sorry.
sorry.
You know, on the survey, there's a couple of encroachments onto the water company property in the back of the house. If you look at the land tel, I want to just, for the applicant's information. There's a, looks like a mesh chicken coop, which is fine. The roof of one of the, something by the AC unit sticks over the property. And there's a raised deck that goes into the water company property because of the fence.
Right, that's not a permanent deck. There's no
In any
footings
case,
with it.
you're still over the water company property.
Right.
And the State Water Commission doesn't really want, I'm just telling you, down the road, there's a chance that the water company's gonna tell them, this stuff's gotta come out.
Right, we're gonna talk to the water company about getting easements for that.
Which is exactly
If I may, about maybe 10 to 12 years ago, the water company had, I think, DEP do a site survey of all their properties, and at that time, they made appropriate homeowners or property owners, I should say, remove things. One of the structures was a tree house that I built for my boys that I had gotten permission from the water company to build because I needed one more tree and have it to be on their property. And they said, no problem. Mary Campbell was great. We built the tree house, and then a few years later, they broke the news. So, but they gave me five years, which was good. But I know that that at that time there were appropriate actions taken to have property owners remove structures from properties that the DEP deemed to be appropriate.
I'll just wait for the siren to pass before I move on. All right. Anyone from the public with any questions for Mr. Bruno? Not seeing anyone, I will close it to the public. Board, any last comments before we go into consideration? Okay, not seeing any. Is there any conditions we're trying to put here with the tree removal? I know we have the stormwater management that has to be filed with the, if it goes in their favor.
We need to get an actual plot plan. This is just
Yeah, no, I understand. He's going to get the engineer. So,
we need something, yeah.
and then because this driveway and the location of the garage predicated on them continuing the use of watershed property to access it, that's on them. We don't have to put that.
Get authority for that, yes.
All right, so just in the resolution, it would say that. Okay, just making sure we cover everything. I will entertain a motion.
And just to be clear, the garage, second floor is for storage?
Storage only.
How is that accessed, Mr. Bruno?
There will be a pull-down attic-style stair in the garage
And
ceiling.
how many square feet of storage upstairs?
It matches the footprint area of the garage, so that would be 24 by 24, I think that's 596.
With pull-down
But
stairs?
at the
7 foot
roof
height and
eaves,
the,
yeah, at the roof eaves, it's significantly less.
Okay. And there's no plumbing or heating or electricity or anything up there except for, I guess, a light?
unconditioned space.
Right, it'll be unconditioned, unfinished space. There'll be probably two porcelain lamp holders and a switch, nothing that would be conducive to people living up there, if that's what the concern is.
Mr. Steele, where do you think the stormwater management system is going to go? Under the driveway, next to the driveway?
It's up to the applicant.
All right.
It could be in the lawn, it could be in the driveway, wherever's convenient to catch all the roof leaders.
Okay. Do you need to capture roof leaders beyond the addition or just on the addition?
Enough to make up for all the impervious coverage.
I'll just word it so it's in your discretion. Okay. That's all I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, back to us. Oh, sorry, Mayor.
Do we have to do something?
Yeah, no worries.
To conform with the Environmental Commission on the tree ordinance I mean, we haven't seen it yet where it's going to be. Does there need to be some sort of language to say that it's going to conform with the town?
So because we're having a back and forth if something's ornamental, I think showing any trees to be removed for any purpose of the driveway and the addition should be noted on the official site plan when you submit it.
Yes, of course.
Especially, and also with the storm management field as well.
Yes, that'll be standard. That'll be standard on the site plan prepared by the engineer.
Yeah, because anything removed, it's 2 for 1. You know the ratio. In town.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So is it going to be a condition of the resolution to provide a site plan?
Yeah, the official submitted site plan for permit will require any tree removal, tree location.
Oh, for permit, so it won't come back to us?
So I'll put it as a condition that the applicant is required to provide an updated plot plan with tree removal and replacement plan.
Steve
Trees to be
Loesner should check it with
replaced
the resolution when he gets it.
on a 2-for-1 basis in accordance with Borough Code.
That's fine.
All right, everyone on the same page so far? All right. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve?
Dr. Weinberg, I'll take a second. All right, Mr. Friedman, roll call, please.
Mr. Alter?
Yes.
Mr. Friedman?
Yes.
Dr. Weinberg?
Yes.
Mr. Hipp?
Yes.
Mayor Scheinfeld?
Yes.
Vice Chair Reardon?
Yes. Congrats.
Motion's passed.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. I can't for the next one, but I want to talk to you guys for 1 second. We can do it in public. If you want to just give me.
You want to do it before, or?
Well, I
don't wanna
come back
keep-
at the end, but if you want to just have me, before we bring them up again, I just want to talk to everybody.
Sure, Jeff. So we're going to just, before we move on to the next new business, we're going to go into a discussion with the mayor regarding the affordable housing to update us so that he can leave, not have to sit through the entire hearing.
Can leave, I mean, I would really love to sit for a D variance, but I'm not allowed to. So, and I even get to leave my packet here. I just wanted to inform everybody that we have until June 30th to submit our plan for the state for affordable housing. The meeting on May 24th is going, we're going to consider, the planning board is going to consider the plan, Collier's plan, on the 24th.
June 24th.
June 24th, did I say May? No,
Yes.
The 24th of June. And at that point, Darlene will be brought in via Zoom because she is going to be in Morris County that night. So we'll be conducting our questions with her at that time. Following that, the council will have a meeting the following day, a special meeting to approve what we've done here, and then move it on to the state so that we're in compliance. So I just wanted you guys to be aware that that's what the timeline and the schedule is.
So more or less, everybody, June 24th is a heavy hitter meeting for us.
It will be an important meeting.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. If we don't do it then, we're not going to be in compliance and it won't be any
So
fun.
everyone, make sure your schedules are good for the 24th of June so that we can get that done and help out our borough and get this done.
Mayor, when should we expect Collier's materials?
The materials?
Yeah.
Darlene gave our subcommittee, the group, including the chairwoman, Meredith, and it was her intention that it should be probably by Friday, that she's going to submit it to us, and when we do that, I'm going to make sure that it comes to the planning board and to the council at the same time.
Okay.
So as soon as they're going to get it, you're going to get it.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Sure.
All right, that being
I wish
noted,
you all well.
the mayor is recusing himself because we have a D variance approaching us next.
Moment to save the document
Yeah,
here.
you go for it.
Can we fling it at people?
I don't know, we didn't check Joe's credentials last time. We really should have checked up on that. Yeah, I don't think he's even an architect anymore, I don't know.
It's FAR. It's an FAR.
Too much
Yeah, floor area.
floor area, okay. So that's why it's a D variance.
You let me know when you're ready.
Because the maximum
No rush.
This one might have dodged my conflict checker.
Oh, yeah?
Hold on a second.
and the ratio is 79. It's a big difference.
Credentials are good now.
Just
By the
because
time the
it's
meeting's
such an
over,
error.
maybe not.
I don't know,
You've
June
only
30th is
got
right around
one
the
time.
corner, you might not have those hours in, I'm not sure.
Most of the properties going to have a building.
That's like saying I can't because Joe's in front of me. No, you're fine. Just because of their poor judgment.
I'm gonna have to open this tomorrow. Just gonna speak through, please.
Are you representing? Are you representing the applicant?
The applicant is here. I'm acting as an expert witness. I'm not representing.
I can just making sure. Sometimes you wear all those hats. I got to make sure how I
I
introduce
guess-
you.
No, I'm good. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Please stand. Thank you.
Okay, I'm ready.
You got that. Dan, close these doors and we'll get to work. Okay, on to our next hearing. We have PZ-3-25, Block 1108, Lot 3, also known as 33 Beechwood Drive. We have Vincent and Mary Cashel, a new single-family residence. If we have, do you have no attorney? No attorney. Okay, so applicant, please, step up and introduce yourself. Tell us
Hi.
your name.
Well, I'm Christine Cashel. This is my mother. She is owner of the property at the moment. We live at 37 Beechwood Drive, myself and my husband and our family. My mother.
But let's, so we get it all on the record properly.
First couple things. I'd like you all to raise your right hands and be
Oh.
sworn. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Sir, Mr. Bruno, just state your name for the record, please.
Joseph J. Bruno, B-R-U-N-O, and 29 Tascadero Park Ridge, New Jersey.
Ma'am, Christine, what's your last name?
Christine Cashel, Cashell, 37 Beechwood Drive, Hillsdale, New Jersey.
Can tell your address as of now. Mary Cashel. I live in Pearl River right now, but 33 Beechwood is where I'm planning to move to.
Mark, before you start with them, they're not represented by legal counsel. This is a D variance.
Yeah.
You want to tell them?
Yeah, we're going to get all into it.
Let them know what they've got, what threshold they've got to get through.
I'm sure Joe's given them, but we'll get into it before we
I'm
proceed.
sure, yeah.
So who's Vincent Cashel?
My husband.
Is he here?
Yeah.
All right. And you and Vincent are the owners of the property?
Yeah.
And no disrespect, Christine, what's your purpose here?
My purpose is, they're the owners of the property. We own the property next door.
so
We are going to be the ones that want to build the house, myself and my husband, Michael.
Okay,
So the plan is for us to build and them to come and live in the house that we are in now. Our house we are in now is a little bit small.
Okay.
So the plan was to build a house, and they take care of our children.
All right, we'll get into the
That's,
testimony.
yeah, that's why
understand.
I don't know
I
how
know,
far
I
we're
know you're probably
going.
teed up,
I
you have it
don't
all
like
written
this.
down. I promise you'll get it out. What our attorney's getting at is legally, only the person that owns the property can
Okay.
be, presenting themselves, and technically, right now, you're only a neighbor.
Okay.
Okay, right. So then the other thing is, Mr. Bruno, have you explained what a D variance is, floor area ratio? Okay. And again, no disrespect, I'm just going to use first names for clarity. Mary, do you understand that you need 5 affirmative votes in order to prevail for a D
Yes, I do.
variance? And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 members. So if one person disagrees, you lose.
Right.
If you'd like, you can come back when we have 7 members, because you're entitled to have 7 members vote on your application.
But the schedule is looking. So by all means, it's up to you guys.
So, Mary, you need to decide if that's a risk that you're prepared to
Yeah,
take or not.
I think we will.
Because if one person up here thinks that they don't like your project,
Right.
you're never going to build it.
Well, Ms. Gennaro had called me today to let me know that there would only be 5. And I spoke with the owner, and we decided that we would restart the presentation.
All right, so I'm going to help you out, Mary, because Mr. Bruno is a very nice guy. He's an architect. He's not a lawyer. If I was your lawyer, I would not go forward with this application. I wouldn't do it. You can make whatever decision you'd want. It's your decision to make. But Mr. Bruno is not an attorney.
Well, I'm not looking to get it declined, so I guess I would have to go with.
Can we do an
Talk 2 seconds.
What?
They also would not have to read it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
No, I
like,
understand what you're saying.
I don't know the
Yeah.
details of your application, like, it hasn't been presented yet, but all you need is one person to say no, and you lose. If you've got 7 members and 2 people say no, you win. Like, why would you take that chance? Okay. All right. So when's the next date that we can hear this application, Tony, knowing that we're going into June and it's insane? It's probably a July date.
It's looking like the August.
Yeah, we are booked all through here.
I mean, I don't think this is going to be a heavy lift. but-
No, so then they could be moved on to the July 22nd?
This is just this, like, silly little.
Also,
This is
take
the-
this
Yeah,
into
so either one of
mind.
those.
That's going to be 20 minutes.
Now, our attorney is giving his opinion, solely opinion.
So July 10th?
You still have the right to move forward based upon when the next availability on the agenda is, and there's nothing promising you more than 5 members being at that meeting as well. Because it's the summer hours happen. But
You guys are usually pretty well attended.
I wouldn't come into August, that's the only thing. But you have every means, and if Joe is confident, you guys are confident, you have every right to move forward. And you need or like Mr. Bruno is saying, you guys can go, and if the board has commentary, you can take that commentary and ask for a continuation. That is perfectly allowable as well. So you have a big ask for your D variance, there's no doubt about that. In my professional opinion, and this is just free opinions at this moment, is, a lot of people go through the meeting to get the commentary and then regroup if they need to do so. So, but again, there's no promise that you're going to have 6 or 7 members at that meeting if you continue it to go on to that. So at that, you have Mr. Lieben and mine, professional opinions, and you are more than welcome to choose if you want to take a 5-minute recess to go. Yeah, so, all right, that being said, the time now, I don't trust that clock. It's 8:12 p.m. We are going to take a 5-minute recess so that the applicants can discuss their next move. You want me to turn this on?
Oh, jeez, hold on.